Have you ever paused to ponder the fate of our planet if it abruptly ceased orbiting the sun? This isn't a question that comes to mind every day, but it's a scenario that'll make you appreciate the cosmic dance our planet partakes in. Right now, Earth orbits the sun, held in place by a delicate balance of gravitational forces. It's a dance that's been perfected over billions of years, a whirl of motion that keeps our world in the life-sustaining sweet spot we call the Goldilocks zone, not too hot, not too cold. But what if, in an unthinkable twist of fate, Earth just stopped? No warning, no gradual slowdown, just an abrupt halt in our celestial waltz. It's a scenario that's as fascinating as it is terrifying. Now let's dive into the chilling consequences that would ensue if Earth simply stopped in its tracks. Imagine Earth suddenly relieved of its sun's gravitational leash. Now that's a thought, isn't it? But what would happen next? To understand that, we need to delve into the concept of inertia. Inertia, in the simplest of terms, is an object's resistance to a change in its state of motion. It's why when you're in a car that suddenly stops, you're thrown forward. You, like Earth, are in motion. And when that motion is abruptly halted, you continue moving. The same thing would happen to our planet if it were suddenly untethered from the sun's gravitational pull. Earth, traveling at an astounding speed of about 66,000 miles per hour in its orbit around the sun, wouldn't just stop in its tracks, no. Thanks to inertia, our planet would instead continue to move in a straight line off into space. This is a phenomenon we could think of as the Sling Effect. The Sling Effect, much like the slingshot you might have played with as a child, propels an object in a certain direction when it's suddenly released. For Earth, that direction would be tangential to its orbit at the point of release. Picture it like a stone being flung from a sling. Earth would be that stone, shot into the vast expanse of space at a tremendous speed. However, the Sling Effect doesn't just apply to planets. We've actually utilized this principle in our space explorations. Spacecraft can be slung around a planet, using its gravitational pull to gain momentum and speed on their journey to distant parts of our solar system. It's a little bit of cosmic hitchhiking, if you will. But in the case of Earth, the Sling Effect would have a much more dramatic and potentially catastrophic outcome. The sudden release from the sun's gravitational hold would send us hurtling into the unknown. So, we'd be set adrift in space, but that's just the beginning of our problems. Without the sun's gravitational pull, our world would descend into a chilling darkness. Imagine, if you will, an eternal night, where the familiar warmth of sunlight becomes a distant memory. The Earth's climate, as we know it, is intrinsically linked to our distance from the sun, a delicate balance that keeps our world hospitable. The sun, a blazing ball of hot plasma, is the primary source of Earth's heat and light. It's this heat that drives our weather systems, warms our oceans, and allows life to thrive. But what happens when that heat source suddenly disappears? The answer is a cold, hard reality. Without the sun's warming rays, temperatures across the globe would begin to plummet. Within a week, average surface temperatures would drop to around 0 degrees Fahrenheit, about the same as a winter's day in Antarctica, and it wouldn't stop there. Within a year, Earth would be colder than the dark side of the moon, with temperatures plunging to minus 240 degrees Fahrenheit. Our once blue oceans, teeming with life, would begin to freeze over, starting from the surface and gradually extending to the greatest depths. The solid ice cover would eventually thicken to about a mile, turning our vibrant seas into a frozen wasteland. On land, plant life would cease to exist as photosynthesis. The process by which plants convert sunlight into energy would come to a standstill. Animals, including humans, would face starvation as food chains collapse. The struggle for survival would become increasingly desperate as the cold darkness persists. In this icy, sunless world, survival would be a monumental challenge. The Earth's once diverse ecosystems would be replaced with a barren, frozen landscape, a stark reminder of the critical role the sun plays in sustaining life on our planet. This hypothetical scenario may seem far-fetched, but it underscores the delicate balance of our solar system and the vital importance of the sun to life on Earth. Life on Earth has always been resilient, but could it withstand such drastic changes? Imagine a world plunged into darkness where the sun's nourishing light no longer reaches the surface. The first to feel the impact would be our planet's green lifeblood, the plants. Without sunlight, photosynthesis would grind to a halt. No sunlight, no energy, no growth. This is not just a problem for the plants themselves. Consider the entire food chain. Every creature, from the smallest insect to the mightiest predator, relies on plants, either directly or indirectly, for sustenance. Without plants, herbivores would starve, and in turn, so would the carnivores that prey on them. The domino effect would be catastrophic, leading to a mass extinction event unlike anything we've seen since the dinosaurs. Life as we know it would likely become extinct. In the face of such a scenario, life on Earth would be hard-pressed to endure. A world without the sun's orbit isn't just a colder, darker place. It's a realm where the laws of physics conspire against our survival. Imagine our planet, suddenly free from the sun's gravitational pull, careening into the void of space in what we've termed as the Sling Effect. The momentum would be immense, the journey terrifyingly uncertain. The absence of the sun's warmth would usher in a climate catastrophe. We'd witness a rapid plunge in temperatures, plunging us into a deep freeze. The planet's life-supporting systems would fail, and the biosphere as we know it would crumble. This would culminate in the end of life. The intricate web of life, from the smallest microorganism to the largest mammal, all intertwined, would unravel. A silent, icy world would be all that remains. So, next time you look up at the sun, remember the crucial role it plays in our existence. It's a sobering thought, isn't it?